Hey guys, how's it going? So this past weekend I was hanging out with some of the local volunteer lifeguards and a few of the surfers who want to get a little bit more involved with like lifeguards and being a little bit trained. And I was hanging out with them one day and I did some filming, and I filmed this like 3-minute video, which I'm going to play for you guys in just a second, and then I'm going to talk about something. But if I don't play the video for you guys, then it'll seem like it'll make more sense about what I'm talking about if you see the video first. So if you follow iSurfTribe or if you follow my Spanish channel, you probably already saw it. Hey guys, how's it going? So this past weekend I was hanging out with lifeguards and some of the local surfers, and they were doing actually some training, and I actually like quite a bit what they're doing. So here's a video that I just made.
Ok, pura vida, mi nombre es Daniel Luján y aquí tengo un mensaje de parte de los guardavidas y los surfeadores locales de Santa Teresa.
Mi nombre es Juan Pura Vida, Juan Diego Benavente Montero, soy guardavías y sigue las instrucciones de los guardavías, pura vida.
Pura vida, mi nombre es Sven Sauk, surfista nacional. Siempre surfé acompañado con tus amigos.
Hola, soy Esteban Chávez Murúa, soy surfista nacional y quiero decirles que por favor utilicen siempre el leash. Es una herramienta muy importante y te puede salvar la vida, pura vida.
Hola, soy Mikey David Dog. Quiero que todos ustedes conozcan bien sus playas y la resaca de las playas.
If you like what they're doing and you want to be a part of it, you can either contact us or follow them on their Facebook page. Now that you've seen the video, now I can get into the rest of this video. So if you want to see that video, just that completely in Spanish and without the subtitles, it's on my Spanish YouTube channel. I'll leave the link in the description, but let me get to what I'm going to talk about. So from watching that video, it doesn't look like I really forgot to bring equipment or something, but if you were there with me and you could see behind the scenes, it's pretty funny, like the reality from how the video looked. So I actually went to film with them, and I took my camera and my drone strapped to my bag, and I had it strapped like this, and I actually forgot the propellers for my drone. These 4 little things which your drone will not fly without. I totally forgot them. I don't know, I just like totally spaced it out. I usually don't forget something, but there was like, I was trying to make sure I had a battery in the SD card, and I'd never forgot something from my drone, but I forgot the propellers. And okay, so we like go to the beach and we're like getting ready, and I like get my drone out, I get it all set up, and then I realized I forgot my propellers, and I'm like, no, and I was like so bummed. And then I called my mom, and she was able to bring me my propellers, which I'd forgot at home. So thank you, Mom, thank you a lot. You definitely big savior of the day, because or else been a pretty bum biddly day. So I got the propellers, but for like half an hour I was like, oh no, dude, like, oh, I'm so bummed, because all the volunteers and the volunteers and surfers, they're like, oh, we're gonna get some drone footage, like, this is gonna be awesome. I'm like, so sorry, but I forgot the propellers. And they're like, they're like, it's okay, whatever. And then I flew the drone out, and I remember they told me, they're like, I'd never been so happy to see a drone, because they thought, like, well, I forgot my propellers, so you probably weren't going to see the drone flying around, but I was able to get the propellers and fly my drone off and then get some cool shots. So it ended up making the day way more awesome, and like make it a better story, especially for a video, because if I would have been like, well, I just went to the beach and I had everything in my bag and I just put it together and flew it off and happily ever after, like, it must have been like, cool, yeah. You just didn't forget anything. But since I forgot something and then I was like able to get it and then like made the best of it, it made it way awesomer. And now I'm gonna talk about this. So, I'd never seen anyone talk about this in a video, but one thing is, a lot of vloggers or filmers who don't want to take a big box or a big backpack for their drone, especially if it looks similar to this one, maybe a Phantom, or this one, which is the Autel Extra Premium. A lot of people just strap their drone to their backpack, but I always wondered, how do you strap your drone to your bag? And I watched a bunch of drone videos and no one ever said that if your bag is made to almost like strap a skateboard to, where it has two of these like straps, either Velcro or buckle, then you could probably strap your drone on. So I actually figured that out, so I figured I'd share it with you guys. If you have a backpack that can hold a skateboard, strap a skateboard to it, you most likely can strap a drone to the outside. Of course, if you have a smaller drone, then you of course probably don't need to strap it to the outside, but that was pretty cool. And then I just put the controller, the batteries, and the propellers, which I am probably never going to forget again, in the bag. So when I got my drone, like maybe a couple months ago, I treated it like almost like my baby. Like, I didn't want to strap it to my bag, or I was like really careful of flying it over the water. But then after I got a lot of shots and a lot of footage that I was like felt really good about, then I was like, okay, well, I got all like the easier shots. Now it's time to like take the drone on trips that I wouldn't have taken it without strapping it to my bag. Like if I go on a long hike, I'm gonna strap it to my bag, whereas I probably just like wouldn't have brought my drone if I had to take it in the big box. Of course, in its box or in a big bag protecting the drone, it's gonna be more protected, but then all the time you'll just be like, it's such a hassle to take my drone, like, whatever, it's okay, I'm not gonna bring it. But I mean, if you just strap it to the outside of your bag, you'll take it a lot more places, from what I've seen. That brings me into the next thing that I would like to talk about, and that is, how should you treat your gear? I did get some questions about this, and I have seen other people talk about this on YouTube. So some people say that you should use your camera gear and use them like tools. Also saying stuff like, I'd rather have the shot and break my gear than still have my gear, my camera, whatever, and not get the shot. So I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts on that topic a little bit. Do not think that you have to trash your camera to get cool footage, because it is not true. You can take care of your gear and get very cool footage and get very good shots and make very good films, vlogs, videos, but I'm not saying to treat your camera like, oh no, I don't want to take it over there because it might get a splash of water or whatever. There is a good in-between of being like reckless with your gear and taking way too much care of it, and I kind of like being in the middle. Also, when you first get maybe your first camera, or you get like a brand new camera, or maybe a brand new piece of camera equipment, I am not going to tell you that you should go out and just like start being crazy with it right off the bat, especially if it's like your first maybe camera or you've been saving up a while to get it. What I would say is, first, maybe don't treat it super horribly and get cool shots and cool footage and make videos with it, and then once you've gotten a good amount of use out of it, then do whatever you want with it, of course. So like I said, I like being somewhere in the middle. I am not reckless with my gear, like I don't just throw it around and like just like do crazy stuff with it, but I do sometimes, like if there's a river, I will take my camera over the river, and of course knowing that if I drop it, it's probably done for, but knowing that I have gotten tons of use out of my camera already. And of course, at the end of the day, it's completely up to you whether you want to be reckless with your gear, or you want to be in between, or you want to baby your gear. You get to choose what you want to do with your gear. Let me know down below in the comments what you think about like how you should treat your gear, your cameras, maybe when you first get it and then once you've gotten a good amount of use out of it. So that is it for today's video. Today's quote is, stop getting distracted by things that have nothing to do with your goals. What this quote means to me is that do your best to not get distracted on little things on your way to accomplishing your main goal or the big picture. And actually this happens all the time. We get distracted all the time, and as people, we like, maybe you're on your way to maybe you're on your way to go clean up your room, but then on your way to the room you see a bag of chips over by the fridge and you get distracted and you walk over to the bag of chips, and then you're eating your chips and you look across the room or across your house and you see your phone flash up that you just got a notification, and you go over to your phone and you completely get distracted from going and cleaning your room, which is what you were going to do, but then you completely got distracted. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Remember to do more awesome stuff. If you want to see more videos like this one, be sure to subscribe. Red button down there. Red button down there. See you guys tomorrow, early in the morning.